Yo. What up, though? This your boy John Q in this bitch. Welcome to the GAMG, the Big Flex StrongCast. This is episode number 24. And guess who else we have in the building today? My co-host, Don Snipes in the building. Say what's up, Don.
What up?
Yeah, buddy. And we also have, special guest in the building, award-winning film director, writer, and producer, and also founder of multimedia production company, Misfitted Zachary Cunningham.
Peace.
Say what's up, Zach.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, buddy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into these sponsors real quick and then see how y'all strong in went, okay? So we are sponsored by the GAMG Enterprises LLC. So if you're looking for personal training, workout apparel, and also workout supplements, you want to check out GAMG.shop and also GAMG.firstfitness.com. All right. Clap that shit up. That would be me. So you'll be hollering at me. All right. Also, we are sponsored by All Problems Eliminated, which is a home repair, home restoration company. So if you need any kind of work done to your house, plumbing, electrical work, anything you could think of, what you want to call that, painting, and anything that you need to your house, give T and BT a call at area code 623-223-3943, all right? And then they can also be reached on Instagram at ape.tl, okay? Clap that shit up, man. What you doing, man? Yeah. All right. All right. So also,
literally.
Yeah, right. So also, we are sponsored by TNT Cakes and Creations. So this is the company where you can get pastries and cakes, and also personal tees and joggers and anything that you need printed on, as far as desk plaques, license plates, and stuff like that. You want to go ahead and give, Tim a call at area code 563-650-9444, or he can also be reached on his email at timwilliams1130@yahoo.com. All right. So clap that up. All right. Also, we have Jordan and Michelle's Closet Clean Out. All right. So this is this is fashion at great prices. All right. So if you're looking for designer purses, handbags, sunglasses, watches, belts, and more, check them out every week on Facebook. So just check out their page. It's spelled Closet, CLOZET, Clean Out. All right. So just check them out on Facebook and see what you like. You know what I'm saying? And also, so yesterday, everybody was celebrating, Father's Day. But as you know, I've been celebrating Father's Month. So any fathers out there that's entrepreneurs, if you still want to get free promotion on the GAMG StrongCast, all you got to do is have a flyer, send me a little summary of your business, send it to my email at gamgpodcast7@gmail, okay? And you'll get free promotion for the rest of this month, all right, on the show and also on my social media pages, okay? All right. Anything else you want to go ahead and plug in, cuz? You got anything? And then you got anything, Zach, you want to plug in?
Man, I just wanted to plug in. Shout out to all the fathers, man, who enjoyed this beautiful Sunday. I was talking to somebody and I said this was the best Father's Day strong end that I had in a real long time, man. I really enjoyed myself with the girls and just, had the opportunity to get out the house, enjoy the city of Detroit, and man, it was the best, man. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think the thing that stands out to me most about, what we did was my uncle PJ one time told me, he was like, do not underestimate the power of your presence. And he was just referring to me, coming to some little function somebody in the family had, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think too much of it, but I was running a little late and I had to change my work clothes and all that. And I told him, I said, Uncle, I'm not coming, man. I gotta go to the crib, this and that. And he said, no. He was like, you could have showed up anyway. People just show up. Yeah, people want to, they want to see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so this strong end, we had a chance to talk, But the thing that stood out the most was just us enjoying each other's presence. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes, you know, I realized I fell asleep Friday night and it was like, yo, what do you want to do? And I kept thinking about taking a bike ride. So that's exactly what we did on Sunday. After eating, went downtown, renting some bikes. Okay. Took a bike ride for about 2 hours on the Riverwalk and man, you know, throughout the city, downtown, and just really enjoyed ourselves, man. And
hey man, you know what? You got to say something about that shit on your feet on the Riverwalk, man. That story is a little hilarious. Just make it, you know.
We'll share that.
Okay,
we'll share that in a minute.
Okay. All right. So Zach, you got anything you want to put out there real quick?
It was cool. Like, I had a good Father's Day. It was amazing. Like, so my brother, he just became a father last year, but his son was born in May, so you know.
All right, congratulations,
you know, like the first Father's Day, it's a month out, so this one felt like the first real one. Okay. So it was cool because we took my pops to Mario's. Okay. And it was cool just to see the generations. I had my son, my brother had his son, as we was with my pops. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and my pops raised us, so parents divorced when we was kids. So it was cool to kind of like see that generations, and it was just like, man, my pops just love being around us, bro. He texted me after. He was like, man, this is the best Father's Day ever. You know, we got him some cologne, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it was just real. It was ill to spend that good time with him.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. So like I was telling y'all before, I didn't get a chance to go to Gunplay, man, to the premiere because I went over to my mom's house and got to talking. My grandfather was there, you know, and everybody, you know, that know me know that my grandmother had just passed. So I definitely had to go ahead and sit down and really chop it up. And I actually learned a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as from my great aunts and stuff like that, a lot of information that I really had to get pretty much like certified, you know what I'm saying? And made, say, some clarity on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, pertains to the family. So, you know, I am glad that I did stay. I'm not glad that I missed the premiere, but, you know, hey, I supported, with my money. So at least, you know what I'm saying, I did do that. So I was there in spirit. Yeah. I was there with my money. Yeah, just ain't make it, you know what I'm saying? You know? Sure. Yeah. So, you know, and then other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a great time, you know what I'm saying? You know, my grandfather is 92, so it's like he has a lot of wisdom. He's still, you know what I'm saying, funny as hell, you know, and he you know, he's not as sharp as he has me. And the main thing is, too, for me is, you know, he miss his wife, man. You know what I'm saying? So he need, you know what I'm saying, like company, and he need people around him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And just to kind of like keep him going and stuff off some good memories and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With my grandmother and everybody in the family, man.
92 years on this earth.
Yeah.
He done seen some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what he was kicking it with us about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
His eyes done seen some things, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yep. So, hey, shout out to my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey, all the fathers out there, happy Father's Month. You know what I'm saying? You got other groups out here, they get a whole damn month. Hey, look, it's only right for us to have a month. Just like mothers have, hey, look, not just saying Mother's Day, they got a whole Mother's Month too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did last month. I wanted to give it up to all the mothers and shit, you know what I'm saying, for the whole month. And this month, hey, look, fellas, it's not just a day. Enjoy the rest of this month. You know what I'm saying? Period. So ladies, take care of y'all men. You know what I'm saying? Period.
And shout out to the women too that felt as though they need to shout themselves out for Father's Day.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Happy Father's Day to me.
Yeah. What?
Say happy Father's Day to me, nigga.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all needed that. I'm gonna plug you too right now. Shout out to yourself for that fuckery. But anyway,
they're a special case.
Yeah.
Man, look, man, you know, again, man, I think at the end of the day, you know, I feel like now, especially after this COVID, I don't know, I really feel like over these last 3-4 years, man, there was something that, you know, was in the air, and it just woke a lot of people up in terms of, you know, shit that's really, really going on in terms of our mental health and our healing. And believe it or not, I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and it was just like, it's interesting how people define a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people that look like us in a certain way, and they think that the way that we act and move is a part of our culture. But really, when a person goes through trauma, some things can, you know, penetrate your personality and just who you are. Yeah. So is it part of our culture, or is it trauma being projected that you see throughout a lot of people that is, you know what I'm saying, that look like us? Yeah. And that's a huge difference. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people put a lot of bullshit on us that it's like, man, you know, if you really understood, you know, some of the brokenness that we've come through, you know what I'm saying, or come from rather, that puts it shares a different light and puts a different perspective on a lot of things. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that when you look at it from that standpoint, you then open yourself up to having some fucking empathy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I saw this AI shit is starting to get real creepy. I saw this little boy, and the volume was off, but when I cut the volume on, it was this AI kind of video of this. It was a short of this little boy telling his story. I'm so mad that I can't think his name, but anyway, it was about this 14-year-old boy that had got electrocuted in North Carolina. And he was telling the story about basically, you know, these two white girls that were 14 and 11 or something that were murdered. Police just went straight to him, picked him up, said, "You did it." Set him on a Bible. Okay, they basically coerced him into basically saying that he was guilty. Set him on top of a Bible because he was too small to be electrocuted, sitting in the chair. Strapped him in and electrocuted him, said it only took him about an hour for them to reach the verdict. You understand what I'm saying? But when seeing the AI version of this, and like it was like him telling his story, man, that shit was creepy, man. Yeah. I mean, it just hit differently, you know what I'm saying? And with all this stuff they got going on now with the deep fakes and all of that, me seeing AI used in that way, that shit was powerful because it just hit me like, man, you know, can you imagine that? You looking at a 14-year-old boy, and then this was the killer part of it. Not only did they coerce and cajole him into, you know, saying that he did it, they told his parents, "You're not allowed to come in the courtroom because you're black." And when we got cases like this going on, y'all can't come in there.
Are you talking about George Stinney? That story, okay. George Stinney. Oh yeah.
Okay. That's exactly the story.
Yeah, he's the first. He's like the first kid to get, you know, the electric chair.
Shit blew my fucking mind, man. Yeah, and I just said, man.
But you know what though? I was having a discussion earlier, okay, about say the difference between say human and mankind, right? And you know, if you kind of something, that doesn't mean that you are full. Whatever it is, right? So just say, okay, for example, like, you know, people be talking about, say, this AI or, you know, alien, I'll say alien, say, technology or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Alien technology, I would say, like, to be honest with you, are we alien to this planet? Because we the only ones that's been fucking it up, meaning, you know what I'm saying? Look at all, like, you know, pollution and stuff like that, all these, say, animals and stuff like that that's going extinct due to things that man has created and man has fucked up, constantly drilling oil, constantly, you know what I'm saying, just fucking up the atmosphere and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So once you start looking at, okay, who is who? Like, is AI and shit that bad, or is it fucking man? I actually, if it's, I don't fear any damn thing, but the only thing that I'll be really concerned about is still what is known to us is what has man has done. You know what I'm saying? This whole time we done been here, we done killed each other. You know what I'm saying? There's still wars going on. It's constantly perpetual oppression and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's like, are you scared of the AI or scared of the mankind that's created the AI and what they're using it for? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once you start thinking about stuff like that, man, it's like, what the, you know what I mean? So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Say, you know, it was a video that was shot by, say, Jafar Fitness, JTP. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? We was at the gym and he posed a little challenge that he's seen online and stuff like that. So I just obliged a little bit. So check this out, y'all. GAMG podcast, aka StrongCast, the Big Flex. To go ahead and challenge myself. That's all I want y'all to do this week. Challenge yourself. Whatever you're doing, squatting, benching, deadlifting, wherever it is, challenge yourself. That's all I have to say. Copy it. The tapestry one didn't work?
Get that money.
It didn't work? Okay. Damn. Yeah, I mean, that's the only one that we got. Yeah, we're going to have to run it. Yeah.
Bad boy.
We'll have to talk about it anyway. Yeah, you got our mics on.
Get that money. Get that money.
Good 30 piece for y'all. This for a challenge for the day. GAMG, the Big Flex Podcast. Every Monday night. Tap in. Peace. Yeah, so as you see, the challenge was like 25 reps with 225. So I ended up doing 30. I actually probably could have did more. Next time I will, just for y'all. So the whole thing about this, motivational video, whatever it was, just to really push yourself. You know what I'm saying? Challenge yourself. Get outside, you know what I'm saying, your normal comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So this was about, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, it was a challenge or whatever I seen. You know, they was doing, 25 reps with 225. I'm like, okay, all right. So I just had to show my ass a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, there ain't nothing. That's light. That's light. They just say lightweight. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. It's little box squats, man. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't, as you see, like I wasn't really going too, like parallel, you know what I'm saying? I could have went a little bit lower, you know. So if you at home or whatever, say those box squats, I had them up to about 8 with a quarter sitting on top. So you can go ahead and take it a little bit lower, you know, say accordingly to say your height, and also your weight or whatever. But if you want to do the 225 or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do 135 and you ain't never did, you know, it's a pretty good weight for you. You know what I'm saying? Just do some reps, rep it out, see how many you can get. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and run this dope video pertaining to Zach Cunningham, some of his work, okay? Check this out, y'all.
So I have this theory, love or peace. You know, each day we constantly choose between the two.
Love? It's not the problem.
What's the problem?
Me, I guess.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. So as you see, we had Don Snipes in the building. Say with the work of the man of the hour, award-winning film director, writer, producer, also the founder, once again, of the production company Misfitted. Zachary Cunningham, welcome to the GAMG, the Big Flex StrongCast.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so no problem, man. Hey, thanks for coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let the people know who you are, man, and what you do, what your specialty is. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man, I'm just a filmmaker from the city, East Side. I know y'all West Side cats. You know, I'm from the East Side, so we got to represent. You know, up in here. You know, just a filmmaker who just been trying to do it. Just I have one feature film called In the Sentimental Mood that's out there on Tubi and Peacock right now.
All right, check that out, y'all.
That Don and Deborah Spencer starred in. When we shoot that, Don? 2020. Yep,
yeah, dope. Yeah,
which is crazy. Yeah, it was a moment for sure when we did that. But nah, man, just been grinding, bro. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. On a production company called Misfitted. So we do narrative work and we do commercial work.
Okay.
So yeah, man. You know.
When I just saw that clip, right, it just reminded me when don't know if you peep, cause it was a question asked in the clip, like what's more important, love or peace? And when I think back on it, you know, during the time that we finished it, we were more or less gearing that towards couples, right? Mm-hmm. Just kind of like, yo, like what's more important, you know what I'm saying, in your relationship, love or peace? But I want to kind of flip it, man, and just, you know, since we're talking about the fathers, you know, I think that's a question sometimes as men, you know, because it kind of still definitely pertains to the relationship wise, you know what I'm saying? But as a father, as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's more important, love or peace? And because I did have a revelation this weekend that I'd like to share, but what do you think, cuz? You know what I'm saying? And I'd like to definitely hear your take on that, Zach. Just being a man, okay? And what's more important to you, love or peace?
I'm always choose love.
Mm-hmm. And why?
To me, because love is the end all be all. Mm-hmm. You know, you can like somebody, mm-hmm. you can be at peace with somebody, mm-hmm. but if you love them unconditionally, right, then you willing to withstand the test of time on trials and tribulations, and understand it's really a reflection of how much you love yourself. Because if you love yourself, the person that you with, right, more than likely y'all gonna love each other. You know what I mean? And love, to be honest with you, conquers all. That's the God frequency. Mm-hmm. So I'm always choose love.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Zach?
Yeah. I think I would choose love too, for sure. Like, especially if I'm thinking about it from a father standpoint. So, like, I'll just say this: like, me and my wife parent very differently. You know what I'm saying? She more soft on our 4-year-old, whereas, like, I'm like, hey, he gonna have to bump his head. You know, you can't baby him. You know, because I know how it is. Once you get out here, you got to be able to protect yourself. You know what I mean? Me and my brother was just talking yesterday, like, hey, what age you gonna start teaching your son gun safety?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, around the crib, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So to a lot of times, you know, love isn't necessarily like the prettiest thing.
No, it's not.
I was telling my moms like a couple weeks ago at my nephew's first birthday party, I was like, Ma, I wish you would have went harder on me as a kid when it came to certain things. Like, especially, like, I played double bass in middle school. I played the piano in elementary school. Like, I was like naturally musically inclined.
Okay.
But she kind of let me fall off.
Okay.
And I'm like, I wish you would have been like tough enough to be okay with me being upset with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it would have helped me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's love. Like,
yeah.
You know, saying like, hey,
like
you
said,
need
it's
this.
uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a challenge. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to always go with love and like whatever that contains, because love is a very unique and nuanced thing.
And love challenges you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think peace will really challenge you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To that degree, you know?
I want to say this. You guys both said something that I think is very quintessential to, you know, our family structure. And I'm going to make this comment, and I'm going to say this to all the women that are listening and all the women that probably going to see this video later, and the men. Love looks different for men than it does women. Yeah. Okay. And I think that is the thing that we need to celebrate. Yeah. Because the way that us as men, like I noticed what you said. You said, hey, listen, you know, there's certain things that my son and my seed needs to go through in order to grow. Yeah. Okay. And you phrased it and you said, that's my way of loving him.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes women don't understand how important that is. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because love looks different. Yeah. It looks different to different people, different cultures, you know, and I feel like that's the one quintessential thing that we have to start respecting more. All right. It's not like that we have to be at odds about each other because love doesn't look the same for me as it does for you, especially to, you know, the women that are in our lives. Okay. But it should more or less complement, you know what I'm saying? The way that you love. Okay, cool. Now, as a father, this is the way that I'm going to love on my children. This is the way that I'm going to love on my parents. This is the way that I'm going to love on you. Yeah. Because, you know, there's certain responsibilities that I'm tasked with that at the end of the day, in order for me to get X, Y, and Z done, I need you to understand the importance of this. You understand what I'm saying? I think that too often I see mothers that kind of look at men, you know, when men react or respond a certain kind of way, they don't recognize that as love. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, that's something that oftentimes we need to really ask ourselves. I think oftentimes we encounter a lot of strife, you know, when it comes to raising children, simply because people don't ask themselves that question first. Like, hey, listen, do I love this person, and does this person love our child? You get what I'm saying? Oftentimes we met with this contentious conversation, and it sounds like we talking to each other like we're enemies. And it's just like, we don't need to be enemies. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if you understand, not only do I love you, but I love our child. And because I love our child, this is the way that I'm going to express my love.
And love, and I would just say like this, love is not taking an easy way out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, to me, love encompasses everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, mainly a challenge to yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a relationship with somebody, you know what I mean? Because now you really get a chance to see what kind of character you actually have. You know what I'm saying? Because when those, you know, uncertain times and stuff come like that, are you gonna stay? Or are you gonna fold? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna, you know, grow, or are you just gonna, you know what I mean? You gonna stay in your own little ways and stuff like that? Are you gonna, you know, not try to make the situation better? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna make it worse? Because sometimes the stuff when you in a relationship or whatever, people sometimes I think have a tendency to make a situation worse instead of just hitting something dead on and being uncomfortable for that one little thing that you can like go ahead and deal with. They'll go ahead and try to do something else to avoid that and then create another problem instead of just dealing with, say, that first initial problem. You know what I'm saying? So
and how about this? And you said something that just brought something to my mind. I feel like at the end of the day, people associate peace with not having to do anything. Okay. When you don't realize, I tell everybody, I say, listen, to me, love and peace is very similar to washing your ass. You understand what I'm saying? It's something that you got to constantly work at. If not, you're going to be musty. You're going to be, you get what I'm saying? If you don't constantly brush your motherfucking teeth and wash your ass, I don't care if you do it good these couple of days. Miss doing that shit a few months, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be assed out. I feel like people don't realize that in order to have either one of the two, it requires you to actively participate in doing so. And I feel like that's kind of like a mistake that people make. They think that peace is something that I don't have to work at, and if I have to,
but you gotta still work for that peace though. See, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So you know, peace is not easy either. So you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? So but give us also say, you know, I want to get a little history say about Misfitted. You know what I'm saying? So explain to us what Misfitted is and everything it entails.
So pretty much this how Misfitted came about. So in 2020, in February 10th, I quit my job. Like I worked at the city. I was doing video for the city of Detroit. You know what I mean? And of course, I ain't know a month later the world was gonna fucking end. You know what I mean? With COVID and shit. You know what I mean? And so pretty much what happened was I quit my job because I was getting like these commercial directing opportunities and stuff like that. But when COVID happened, like everything fell out.
Just you know what I mean?
So pretty much I'm like, I gotta come up with something to be able to like, you know, do it on my own. So pretty much that's kind of where Misfitted came from. You know what I mean? It was really out of I won't necessarily say out of desperation because it was something that I was already kind of like saying and doing, but it was like, okay, now I got to really do what I say I'm going to do or what I said I was going to do. You know what I mean? For real. I got to really get on my business, stand on principle. And that's, you know, that's how it came about. For sure.
So is Shop Talk, is that one of your projects through Misfitted?
So Shop Talk is through the Social Club grooming company. They're like a barbershop downtown, one of the more popular barbershops in the city. And you know, Sebastian Jackson, he's a good friend of mine. He owns the company. So we started doing Shop Talk actually right before I left the city, and then about a year later, we came back and we kind of really built out what you see today, which is like the kind of big shop talks with like a budget and everything.
Oh,
like
shit.
that.
Okay.
But yeah, Bass is that shop talk is Sebastian's, brainchild. We just kind of came in and kind of gave like creative direction for it and kind of came up with the look, the feel. Of course, I directed all the episodes.
Okay.
And, stuff like that. But definitely his brainchild. They've been doing shop talk since 2011.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's what y'all need to get up here. Y'all should get Sebastian up here because, I'll say this.
Come on through.
He can't say,
open invite.
I'm not going to talk about it. Like, I can't talk about it in detail, but I would say that, like, LeBron and them got
their idea.
Directly. They got it directly from Sebastian. It was, like, stuff behind it. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, but I would let Sebastian tell his own story for sure. But
I got you.
So Sebastian, he an innovator in that regard for sure.
Okay, all right. So, also I wanted to ask you about Project Sophia. Would you explain what Project Sophia is?
So Project Sophia. So in 2021, I did a commercial for a big finance company called Plant Moran.
Okay.
Killed the commercial. It was like a big commercial. We flew in like a DP from LA, like the DP or the Steadicam guy from 8 Mile did the Steadicam and all that stuff.
Okay.
And we did a really good job. So the company, the people from Plant Moran reached back out. They were starting a nonprofit, and it was Project Sophia was basically a nonprofit where it allows kids to like it's like teaching kids that the things that they do creatively lead to the jobs of tomorrow. Okay. So like if you are a creative writer, that can lead right into the space of writing advertisements.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you are graphic designing or whatever, that leads right into marketing. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, so it's different things that you can do that can lead to jobs. So that's what Project Sophia was. And so they loved my work so much, and they knew that I was a poet and had all these different like kind of creative things. So they came to us and they were like, hey, we don't really have any idea on what this is. So they kind of tasked us with coming up with that piece. And my homeboy, Hakeem the People's Poet, he's like a mentee of mine. I got him on it. He's like a popular poet in the city. And he wrote it, and we filmed it. My boy Charles Kennedy DP'd the spot, and we threw it together. You know
so have you ever put out any say albums and stuff like that? I know you just said that you played instruments before, and then also poetry. Have you ever put out like a project, far as like like an album or anything like that, or any videos for yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Like I actually got one. So we just went to Africa in February. We went to Kenya. We were shooting something for a nonprofit over there, Compassion International. In Kenya. We was over there for like a week and a half. Oh, wow. And while we were over there, we filmed some shit like of our own. Okay. And I wrote some stuff on the plane like about Africa and stuff like that. It's called My Mother's Land. Okay. And we're probably gonna end up releasing that. Okay. And next, and it's poetry, and it's like beats and stuff like that, because I make beats too. Okay. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Don know I'm a hip hop head, so we can get into some hip hop stuff later for sure. Right. So I make beats and stuff like that too.
All right, bet it up. All right, clap that up.
Sure.
And he do got some album shit popping, but I'll let him.
I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it yet.
And it's fire. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll just put
definitely want to tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? Because music is in my DNA. So that's what I do too. So you know what I'm saying. So also explain to us what Michigan Veterans Coalition is.
So Michigan Veterans Coalition is actually Don was the AD on that shoot. Michigan Veterans Coalition.
Say AD. What's the AD?
Assistant Director.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. So Michigan Veterans Coalition was a client that we worked for. They pretty much help veterans get benefits. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. And so they were working. Cases. Yeah. So they were working on. So just say if my brother did 4 years in the Navy, right? Okay. In the Navy, he broke his wrist. Just say if you got PTSD or you got ear aches because the 50 cals going off and they give you hearing loss. Yeah. All of these things you can actually get paid for the rest of your life from the government. Okay. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of black veterans don't know that these benefits exist. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Okay. And so we were brought in to create a spot for that, and we just actually locked down, a contract to actually like do the entire marketing campaign, which is a state
That's sweet.
Wide marketing campaign. It's the biggest contract Misfit has locked down.
Yeah, that's
since we started. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So we just locked that down. So yeah.
That's what we call a hell of a flex right there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Flex it out.
Yeah. I think the thing too that was stressed that day was a lot of the vets, they don't even know the language or the questions to ask to even begin to even open up, you know what I'm saying, those cases for them to receive those benefits. So I think that was something that was interesting when we did that shoot, along with there were different servicemen and women from various branches of the military that were there, that were kind of, you know what I'm saying, speaking on, you know, some of their own experiences with that the Veterans Association. So I thought that was dope as well, because I didn't know that. You know, I know my Uncle PJ, he served in the military. And
did you ask him about any of you know, anything that, you know, as far as the information?
Again, I think that you know, the commercials speak for itself. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those things where at the end of the day, you know, sometimes if you're not in the know or you're not staying, you know, a lot of times I think the gist of it is people get out the military and they don't really keep up with what's going on in the military. You get what I'm saying? So they wouldn't even know, because it's just like, hey, I'm out, I'm done, I served my time, my country. I'm done with that. You get what I'm saying? And like Zach said, maybe you might have an issue that may not necessarily show up right away, but maybe a few years down the line, and all of a sudden you like, man, I got something going on and I don't know what's going on with me. And some people just living with that, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to different organizations that could potentially help them have a better quality of life. So I think that was what was dope about it.
And let me say this too. What was the illest thing about that shoot? Like, so we were partnering with a white-owned, you know, advertising company for that shoot. Now, Misfitted, our entire crew was black, outside of Calvin, our DIT, which is the guy who kind of like transfers the footage or whatever. You know, we were all on time. You know what I mean? Like, the client was super happy. They were super impressed with us. The white company was late. They weren't prepared. Now, you got all these young black folk, you know what I mean, in here at this company. This company made us look so good, bro. You know what I mean? And that's actually how we ended up getting the contract.
Wow.
Because we were so on point.
On point.
When they messed up the bag. They were so impressed with us. They was like, hey.
Got y'all. Okay.
Nah, we need y'all.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they could have did like an RFP, like a request for proposal, all types of stuff. But they like, nah, we want y'all.
He said, bring your ass.
Exactly, there for sure.
That's all right. All right, clap that shit up.
I'm gonna ask you about something again, because I want to keep this in the line with this past strong again. Talk to the people about Give a Kid a Camera.
So Give a Kid a Camera is a brand that is launching very soon. It's pretty much like a lifestyle brand, doing like apparel, t-shirts, dad hats, you know, crew necks, stuff like that. Where pretty much it literally says give a kid a camera, and the whole premise of it is we're selling this apparel and we're taking proceeds to buy kids disposable and Polaroid cameras.
Wow.
And just giving them out for free.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the idea is like I would consider myself a pretty successful filmmaker. I didn't go to school for this or whatever. I didn't pick up a camera till I was 23.
Oh, wow.
I'm 35. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if I got that boy at 13.
Yeah.
Imagine if I got it at 4. Like my son. Like, my son already know how to work a film camera. You know what I mean? And like, especially, like I said, I'm from the east side, bro. Like, you see so much. Imagine if I was documenting what I saw and able to see the world a different way. Because when you look through a camera lens, bro, like it forces you to pay attention. You learn to kind of pay attention to the nuances of like what life is. You get what I mean? And capturing that stuff. And so I think like putting cameras in kids' hands is very important, especially today, because look, we all doing stuff on our phones. It's here. It's not even coming. It's here. So it's like let's get our kids proficient and not only capturing images, but also telling our own story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that's all a lot of these say, you know, even like when podcasts and stuff like that or whatever, everybody had their own like channel. You know what I'm saying? For really their own frequency, their own channel and stuff like that. So yeah.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I like it, you know, when I saw my godson, there was a picture of him, man, and he had the camera. Again, just tapping into that creativity early.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think that, you know, for many of us, part of our culture is living in fear about being creative. You know, you know, growing up, I can't speak for everybody in this room, but just truth be told, there were a lot of things and gifts that we have that I feel like a lot of us want to tap into, but the older generation would always say things. And again, people don't realize, you know what I'm saying, the power of the word and the energy that you throw to people. It would be like, yo, you don't want to do that. You want to do this.
Yeah.
That's not
go
real
to school,
right there.
get a job.
You know, you're not going to make any money or do anything doing that. So do this. And I feel like, again, they loved us, but a lot of that was just speaking from a place of lack, a place of fear, and a place of their own experiences that may not necessarily apply to us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so, like you just said, you know, when I think about, and we've talked about this a few times on the show, when I think about the most developed countries in the world, you know, we shouldn't have to go all the way over to Switzerland to see, you know, new technology and moving bridges being built in real time over a freeway. We should be innovating some of that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But again, I feel like, you know, we live in a place where, especially for a lot of people that look like us, people are scared to kind of tap into some of these things. Like, there are other things that we can do, you know, besides some of the limited things that you know what I'm saying, the media portrays and pumps to people like this is the only thing you can do. Like, man, no, there's so many other things that we can do. You understand what I'm saying? To really tap into that other aspect of our brain and our creativity. So I definitely think that's a dope idea.
All right. So if anybody want to call in, y'all can call in at area code 313-266-2811. All right, so I got another question for you. So what has been to you, say, your most influential work or your most important work considered to you, you know?
To date?
To date.
Yeah, to date. Yeah.
That's tough. So it's probably between two, bro, to be honest. Like, okay. So it's probably either my short film Little Church.
Okay.
Because that kind of just opened up the floodgates for everything, or In a Sentimental Mood.
Okay.
You know, because so I'll go into Little Church. So Little Church was the short that we did. Was that 2018, Don? 2018.
Okay.
And when we did it, it kind of just like put everybody on notice. Like it was like some different ill shit at the time. It was just like, it was a level of polish that really the city hadn't seen up to that point. For real. You know what I mean? And so like, it was like we kind of came from nowhere. Of course, people knew me because I was kind of like Don's little brother. But it was like, I'm more low key than Don. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't be out like that. I'll be in the crib, you know, whatever. But when we did Little Church, it was like, it was just different, bro. Like we had like studio executives came to the premiere and stuff. Like I got a lot of opportunity from that. You know, that's how I got my first commercial deal. Like I got a lot of stuff from Little Church.
Okay. Now Little Church, explain a little bit about Little Church if you can. So
Little Church is a short about a preacher's kid who's like he's literally just going to church for something. I don't want to say what it is.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's kind of it's loosely based on my upbringing. My father's a pastor. Okay. You know what I mean? And so it was really told from the perspective of being a preacher's kid. It's more of it's really a critique of church culture. That's really what the film is. Because you know, there's two types of preacher's kids. It's the preacher's kids who are like super into that shit. Yeah. But then you got the preacher's kids who are like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm the latter. You know I got you. Me and my brother the latter. So and you know, that's nothing against like my pops or nothing. But it was always like my pops taught us to ask questions. He taught us to like, hey, even me, you don't just listen to what I say, think for yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, Little Church, it did like 16 film festivals around the country. Got into his first Oscar qualifying festival. Wow. We won at like 3. We won at the Denton Black Film Festival. Yeah, man, it was a big thing when it happened.
Okay.
And it just felt good because it was a different type of energy.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like, oftentimes people, in terms of their creativity, people create from a place of what they know.
Okay.
And to be able to link up with Zach and him be able to create from a place that he know, you know what I'm saying, was refreshing. And I'll just put that out there. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because again, I've been doing this for a minute, and whether it was, I remember there was a point where I was doing the gospel stage plays, running the urban circuit, and I probably did about 15 shows one year, and shit just started being the same all the time. So, when Little Church came about, it was like, man, you know what? This is fun. This is refreshing, and believe it or not, it takes a certain level of courage to do your own thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that, you know what I'm saying, I admire about Zach is having that level of courage.
Okay.
A lot of people, oftentimes try to do shit to impress other folk around them, and I believe that they don't be true to themselves and stick to their guns.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, even though him and I may have totally different creative processes, the thing that I respect about him is he's going to stick to what he knows, and he stays true to it, like all the fuck the way true to it. Like, it's not like we going to fake this shit and try to make it seem like and that for me is refreshing, because some people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, sometimes they do things because they think other people are gonna like this, and oh man, if I don't do it this way, people aren't gonna like me or notice me. When you stand really, a lot of motherfuckers talk that I'm standing 10 toes down, but and so to see somebody stand on that shit right there, for me, from the time that we met, was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I could really fuck with my mans, and shit, we've been rocking ever since.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Now you say you won like some awards for it, right? Mm-hmm. Run down some of your awards. You know what I'm saying? Since it's the big flex, the StrongCast, run them off. You know what I'm saying? Man. Run some off. Run some off.
I mean,
let everybody know who you really.
So I think we won. I think we were best short film at Denton Black Film Festival for Little Church.
Okay.
We won for Right On. We won the audience award at Detroit Film at the Detroit Black Film Festival.
Okay.
I won Best Director at Detroit Filmmaker Awards for Sentimental Mood.
There you go.
What else did I do? I was Michigan Chronicle 40 Under 40 last year.
See, there you go. Keep it clapping.
Man, I mean, I don't really care about awards, so I don't be remembering them, bro. I know that might sound like some fake humble shit, but like I really don't like. Yeah, I mean, I would say this, like pretty much everything that we've released since my short film You Better Run, that was the first project that me and Don did together of mine.
Okay.
Like every project has won awards that we've done. Yeah.
Got that shit up, man.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. But I'll say this, bro, like, and cause I be getting mad because niggas don't be giving Don his credit, bro. Like,
I get on this.
We was talking about that before you pulled up, Don. Like, bro, every script that I've written, every script that I put out, I'm just saying this, like, because I don't know who's going to be watching this or whatever, but every script that I've written, Don has edited the script.
See?
Every single script. Like, he usually the first person who I send the script to. You know what I mean?
So, look, I always be telling him, like, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to flex that thing on out. Sometimes you got to show your nuts, man. You got to let them nuts hang, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. You know what I mean?
Look, I always tell people, though, the thing that I enjoy just about this thing, period, man, and it's something that I hold near and dear to my heart, is being able to see, you know what I'm saying, black men work together.
Yeah.
And, like to me, that's the shit that, it is extremely important to me.
Yeah.
I think that part of, like we were talking earlier, part of growing up in that brokenness, one of the reasons why our community, you know what I'm saying, I feel like is in the place that it is because many of us don't understand the power of working with one another.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and the power of working with one another, and maybe things don't go right.
Yeah,
because believe it or not, the first time I worked with him, we was working on some shit that I was writing. It didn't necessarily pan out right, but that was the inception of our relationship.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? And then it just was like, it grew from there. I think that oftentimes, you know what I'm saying, that to me speaks volumes, because many of us, you know, we have this real opportunist kind of mentality, like, yo, I'm gonna link with my man over here and get what I can get, and shit, after I get what I can get, I'm going down the road.
Yeah.
Versus, you know what, you're good at this, continue to be good at that and grow in you know what I'm saying, what you bring to the table, and shit, I'm gonna do what I do over here, and let's keep linking up and trying to get better and better and better. And I think that's the thing that I enjoy the most.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me ask you, say, what is your ultimate goal for Misfitted?
So my ultimate goal for Misfitted is to just create a hub to where we can keep doing the shit that we want to do.
Okay.
That's why it's called Misfitted. Like when Don said kind of standing on what I do, like it's because like we're not trying to fit in nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some of my favorite rappers is underground cats, that just do what they do and making millions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I be studying, I've always studied people who just do their thing. You know what I mean? I'm always looking at the innovators, like who's the first to do it. Like how everybody rapping over drumless loops now, like on the underground. Like I'm looking at Rock Marcy because I know he was the first dude to have a whole album of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like now you hear Drake rapping over drumless loops. You know what I mean? Like so it's really just to be able to create an ecosystem to where we can just keep creating our art. You know what I'm saying, and make an impact, and you know just keep getting the jobs and stuff like that. But you know the main thing is just, you know, creating that hub, you know. So if Don just say like, and the projects pay for themselves. So it's just like, hey, Don, you got an idea? We already got the bag in there. We can just fund it ourselves. We do it. We put it out. We give it to, we got our specific audience. That's another thing that we've been doing over the time. We've just been cultivating this audience, like communicating with those people directly. So whether I write a book, whether I launch some merch, whether I drop some beats, whether I drop a movie, people gonna fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know? So it's just cultivating that.
All right. So let everybody know how they can get, you know, with you, you know what I'm saying, and support you and everything that you're doing. All right.
So you can hit me up on IG at z.c.cunningham. You can hit me up on miss-fitted.com. You know what I mean? If you want to email me and you want to work. And yeah, man, you know, watching them in a mood on Tubi or Peacock, man.
There you go.
Go to the YouTube, you know, support that way. Up. Engage with the art.
All right. Man. All right, everybody. So, hey, look, I want to give a shout out for Zach for coming on through. A great interview.
For sure.
Hey, look, great time. A great conversation. You always say welcome to come on back to the GAMG, the StrongCast, the Big Flex Podcast. All right. Anytime, man.
For sure.
All right. So, anything you want to go ahead and say that you got coming up, Don?
No. Again, a shout out to all the fathers, man, that you know, enjoy, you know what I'm saying, their time with their children, family, loved ones, and shout out to all the men, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes they're even if you're not a father, we have men that, you know, mentor, you know, some of the younger men. Shout out to all of the men that are really kind of stepping up, you know what I'm saying, and doing what needs to be done despite. I'll just say that. You know, I had a conversation with somebody this weekend, and she said, you know, that oftentimes she kind of said to me that it sounded like I was making an excuse, like, yo, like the plight of a man is this, right? And whatever it is that I said at the time. And I was just like, you know, look, at the end of the day, I believe that, you know, as men, we were placed on this earth to be problem solvers and solution finders. And that shit not gonna always look pretty, like you said earlier. The shit gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel good. At times, you know, we not gonna, you know, feel appreciated and respected for what needs to be done. But ultimately, the shit still need to be done. And somebody gonna have to fucking do it. And with that in mind, you know, that's the shit right there. You know, and I even think about you because, you know, some of us have that warrior spirit.
Yeah.
Shit, that's that warrior spirit because that is a fight that's kind of intangible.
Yeah.
You know, oftentimes people think that the only way they can fight is, you know, physically. No, fuck that. We're at a mental warfare. There's an emotional warfare that we going through. There's a family warfare that we're going through.
Yeah.
And when it's our time after somebody, and like you say, your grandfather was giving you that game, when that torch get passed over onto us, you got to step the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that to me is the plight of being a man.
Yeah.
It means shit. I got to step up. I might not even think I'm ready for this shit, but I gotta fucking do it. So it is what it is.
All right, y'all. So hey, look, this is the conclusion, of the 24th episode of the GAMG, the Big Flex StrongCast. So make sure y'all tune in every Monday night at 9:00 on Podcastic, StreamCastic app, and of course, the YouTube channel. And we are out of this, boy. Keep it flexing, my friends. Peace, y'all.